My dad ran away when I was 17, and I found out the real reason 8 years later. When I was 17, my dad vanished on a random Tuesday in April. No warning, no goodbye, just gone. And our bank accounts were drained. I remember the date because it was the day before my championship track meet, the one he swore he'd be in the stands for. Mom found his note on the kitchen counter. I can't do this anymore. Don't try to find me. 8 words, and my whole life tilted. I ran my race the next day like my legs were made of stone, then came home to a quiet house and my mom staring at the phone like it might ring. It never did. For years, I told myself he chose a new life over us. Every birthday felt like a test he failed. Every holiday had one less stocking, and I'd still catch myself looking at the door, hoping I'd hear his key. My mom wouldn't trash him, which somehow made me angrier. Your father had his reasons, she'd say, and then she'd go silent, like she was holding her breath. My little sister Emma took it the worst. She was 12 when he left, and the next year the doctors told us she had lupus. Suddenly we weren't just hurt, we were drowning. Mom worked extra shifts, then cut hours to take Emma to appointments, and the medical bills stacked up like bricks. I got into college, but I figured it was a joke to even dream about paying for it. Then out of nowhere, money showed up. Mom said dad had made some old investment and it finally paid off. I didn't believe her, but I took the help because Emma needed treatments and we needed rent. I kept my anger anyway, like it was the only thing dad left me. 8 years went by like that. Then last month my uncle called at 3 a.m. He didn't say hello, just, they found your dad's car. My stomach dropped before he finished. It was at the bottom of Lake Michigan. When the detective showed us the report, it hit me that the car had been down there for 8 years and 2 days. Dad disappeared on April 18th. The car went in on April 20th, 2 days. I couldn't stop thinking about what he did in those 48 hours because it didn't fit the story I'd told myself. When they pulled the car up, they found his wallet still inside, wedged under the seat. There was $207 cash in it, his driver's license, and photos of me and Emma when we were little. If he was running away, why keep kid photos in his pocket? Why leave cash sitting there? Officer Reeves, the one assigned to the case, had kind eyes and a calm voice, like she'd done this too many times, and she didn't rush me. She handed me a sealed evidence bag and said they also found a note in the glove box. My hands were shaking so bad I almost tore it. The paper was soft and warped from being underwater for years, but the words were still there. Tell my kids I'm sorry. The medical bills will ruin them. This way, they get the life insurance. I read it once, then again, then I just stared at it until my chest started to hurt. Then Reeves slid a folder across the table. Hospital records. A diagnosis from 3 weeks before Dad vanished. Stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Not treatable, not fixable. Months to live. He'd kept it from all of us. And 3 months before he disappeared, he'd taken out a big life insurance policy. The payout was $750,000. Suddenly, the investment made sense in the worst way. That money paid my tuition. It paid for Emma's treatments when insurance fought us. It kept our lights on when Mom had to stay home with her. Dad didn't leave because he didn't love us. He left because he thought dying in our house would break us and bury us in debt. I asked Reeves about the 2-day gap, and she said there was a motel receipt and a few gas station camera hits. He'd driven around, alone, like he was waiting for the courage to finish what he started. I left the station with that waterlogged note in my jacket, and my anger felt useless, like a weapon with no target. That night, I found Mom at the kitchen table, the same spot where she'd found his first note years ago. Her shoulders were tight, and her eyes were red, like she hadn't blinked in hours. I put the glove box note in front of her without saying anything. She looked at it and started crying right away, like her body remembered. You knew, I whispered. She nodded, slow and defeated. He made me promise, she said, wiping her face with her sleeve. The insurance wouldn't pay if it looked like he did it on purpose, so he needed everyone to think he left us first, then had an accident later. She swallowed hard and stared at the counter. I couldn't tell you, because if anyone suspected, we could lose everything. In that moment, I saw it, the whole change. She let me hate him because hate was safer than the truth, and she carried the truth by herself for 8 years. I sat down across from her, my throat burning, and I finally said the words I should have said a long time ago.